welcome to Sludge Games and another one of my made up challenges. This time it's the V-Rally 2 Arcade Challenge. PS1 of course, analog controls. One of my favourite games of all time, and just to show you how much I've played on this, I've altered the car settings for each stage. On this one, 6 Spain, soft compound tyres, full gear ratios, so the maximum possible speed at the cost of acceleration, hard suspension, low ride height and a slightly oversteery car. But more importantly, I'll be driving with a manual gearbox because I am that hardcore. Let's get started then. What I call the easy mode. Although having said that, I'm probably going to crash. Don't want that to happen. But I've played this game a lot over my youth.
3, 2.
Here we go. 1, go! Just make sure I get it in the right gear first, because that's the disadvantage of the manual, is that your starts are slightly compromised. And that happens at every stage. But I promise you a manual is worth it. So here we go. Negotiate these fast sequence of corners. In fact, this whole stage is very fast. The unique problem which you can't see, and which isn't evident on the screen that you'll be seeing, is that the secondary output, the TV, is blurry. I'm guessing that's because the HDMI cable can't handle the load that it's going through. So medium left to a fast right. Nice and easy. 54 seconds on clock. That's why I have it at the maximum possible speed in terms of gear ratios, because you can hit top speeds of 240 kilometers an hour. That is approximately 100 and something miles an hour. I think it's 140, but don't count on me that.
Very long, tighten.
Maybe 130 actually. Going to lap 2. All fairly steady so far.
Very long.
There's a beauty of this stage, is you can do this in one gear.
Fast right, long. Fast left, long, over crest. Medium left, over crest. Fast right,
That's probably the slowest point of the circuit.
Fast left, very long.
A bit close to the wall there. Slight left kink before going underneath the bridge. I'd quite like to know what's on the top of that bridge. I've never found out. Probably irrelevant to the stage, but it'd be nice if I could have the option. 236 kilometers an hour there. A nice big jump. That's lovely. In through the final corner. And to start lap 3. 36 seconds to spare. Unique thing about this arcade mode is that instead of adding a fixed amount of time, so like 20 seconds or so, as you start the next lap, it goes on to a preset time. So in this case, 44 seconds. It's different with every stage, but there's always a preset amount whenever you start a lap. So that makes it a bit more challenging in that respect, in case you get things a bit wrong. But each checkpoint is a fixed amount, so 30 seconds added for the first checkpoint on this stage, and this one 27 seconds. Am I going to hit a minute? Not quite. 59 seconds. Here's what I am left with on this bit. Nearly run a bit too wide there.
Fast left, very long, tighten.
Across the final corner. Nice run out of it. What top speed will I hit across the line? 233 or 232? 232.5, shall we say. Let's crack on, because this FaceTime camera setup only allows 20 minutes per mini-disc. Again, I'm that hardcore, I'm using mini-discs. Special stage 6, England. Let's just get straight to it. I think this is a 6 out of 7 in terms of gearbox. But because it's gravel, I'll be using a fairly soft suspension setup to make the car a bit more pliable.
3, 2, 1.
Who am I up against? I'm against a Skoda Octavia Peugeot 206 and a Subaru Impreza. I need to shift gears. Bit of a jump here. And that's well done. Oh, they're slow. Oh, he's tried to take me out! Dirty boy in the Peugeot. But anyway, we're in the rhythm now. Interesting shaped circuit. It's shaped like a keyhole. It's just going sideways. Sideways keyhole circuit. It goes anti-clockwise. Off-cambered corner. That can be tricky if you don't know this game very well.
Max left, long.
Nice uphill section. 26 seconds of added time at that point. First checkpoint at 21 seconds. To a medium left, and it's washing wide a little bit. To shift down a gear.
Max right,
Shift down 2 gears at that point. This corner always bugged me when first starting this game because I didn't understand how racing lines worked. So a lot of the time I just jump and landing very heavily on my front suspension. So a lot of the times I tend to miss the corner. Now I've got the hang of it now. Very long corner, the longest in V Rally 2. In washing wide, with poor grip. That's alright. Turning a bit more than I thought, I nearly crashed into the embankment. So hit the top speed at the bottom of that dip. And I did hit the wall there.
Max right, long, open.
Got turning a bit too early there. I'm not chasing after any lap records in this one, I'm just trying to get through challenges, but I'll try and set a fast time as fast time as possible for your amusement. And if it results in me crashing, well then, that's hilarious. Nice and steady through the carousel. Turning a bit earlier at that corner, and it paid off quite nicely. It's turn 3, this is turn 4, not really a turn. 49 seconds on corners, a lot of time. 238 kilometres an hour, so slightly quicker than Spain actually, but mostly thanks to that dip. Turn 5, turn 6.
Max right, long, open.
Drop down a gear into turn 7 and 8. Oh, I'm through that one.
Congratulations! You finished first!
Yes! A 55.57 second lap on lap 3. I don't know if that's a new record. I have to double check that afterwards. I'll post a little caption at the bottom. Anyway, so going to Special Stage 6, Finland. Not really any left-handers, as close as you get to an oval on V Rally 2. A square oval, kind of similar to Rockingham in that respect. Very, very fast though.
3, 2, 1, go!
Get me in the right gear first.
Max right, long, open.
And the Octavia nearly flips it. 206 is running a bit wide.
Open, over crest.
And he's weaving about all over the place as I overtake him on the inside. That's the easy part, believe it or not, in these arcade modes.
Open, over crest.
So turn to the right, drop down to 5th. Go over these jumps, very long straights, but not exactly built to a top speed because of these elevation changes. Very fast right-hander. You get that wrong, you are chips.
Very long, open.
Big lift into that corner. Lift into that because there's a bit of a dip, and if you go too quick you'll land on an uphill gradient, so you lose a lot of momentum in that case, so it's best to have a little lift. And oh, that was a bit on the edge.
Medium right, very long, open, over crest.
I've had it a few times where if you're going too quick into that corner you actually flip. And that's not really what you want in an arcade mode because the time is ticking.
Fast right, long, open.
Yeah, don't turn in early because there's some barriers on the inside.
Fast right, very long, open.
I do like this stage. Again, well, I actually braked into that corner. You'll see that in the headlights. 33 seconds on the clock as we begin the final lap. Oh, again on the edge for that one.
Over crest.
But I managed a better turn into that particular corner.
Medium right, very long, open, over crest.
Had 21 seconds. Dropped down a gear towards the end of that corner and hopping about all over the place, going over the jump. I sound like a really bad Martin Brundle. He knows how to do these hot laps. A bit late into that corner, but not too bad. 17 seconds I did at that point. I think this Skoda Octavia just overtook the Peugeot 206. Broke a bit less into that corner, well, into that straight.
You finished first.
49.01 seconds. Again, I'll have to put a caption at the bottom saying if that's a new fastest time, a fastest lap. As I go into the final one of the what I call the easy mode, so stage 6 Australia, the longest one aside from Spain, but in terms of lap time it's the longest one. Yeah, in the very early stages of V-Rally 2 I tended to struggle with this one, but let's see how I do this time.
3, 2,
It's either a 4 or a 5 out of 7 in terms of gearbox.
Very long, tighten.
Lots of jumps, but a very wide circuit so you can overtake quite easily. Oh, dummied him! A bit cheeky with these competitors now.
Tighten. Max right, long. Fast right, long.
This corner always caught me out in the early days.
Medium right, very long, open.
checkpoint.
Fast right, very long.
This
open.
next left-hander
Max left,
continues to catch me out.
long. Medium
Let's see
left,
how I do
long,
here.
Tighten. Over crest.
Bit cautious through there, I think.
Fast right, very long, open. Over crest.
Into a long double apex right-hander.
Fast right, long.
Here's the second apex, not really double
Medium
apex.
left, very
Yeah, this
long,
corner
tighten.
does still
Over
catch
crest.
me out, as it did quite a bit there. But I've got 23 seconds and now 58.
Medium right,
So,
long,
all good.
open. Over crest. Fast left, long, tighten. Medium right, long, open.
The thing with Australia is it's
Medium
when the
right,
scenery
long,
changes into the
open.
gravel stuff. This corner is difficult. Very
Fast
cautious
right,
into
long,
that one.
Open, over crest.
But when the scenery changes from grassy verge to gravel verge, all of a sudden there's a lot more opportunity to flip with the embankments on the
Fast
side.
right, long, open, over crest. Fast left, long, tighten.
The unique thing
Max
about
right,
this
long.
one and Australia is that you go underneath a canopy of trees.
Fast right,
You
long.
can't do that in the track editor function.
Medium right,
Probably
very
the main
long,
reason
open.
why V-Rally 2 is one of my favourite games of all time is the track editor function.
Fast right, very
You can
long,
save up to
open.
47
Max
different
left,
creations on one memory card.
long. Medium
Plus
left,
even multiple
long,
memory
tighten.
cards, you can
Over
save
crest.
any multiple of
Fast
47.
right, very long, open, over crest.
But I have a dedicated V-Rally 2 memory card, so I have 47 creations, and let's be honest, 94 would be a bit much. But 12 different countries,
Medium left, very long,
12
tighten.
times
Over
4
crest.
is 48, so unfortunately,
Checkpoint.
one of my countries,
Medium right, long, open,
as I fumbled
over
some
crest.
gear changes there, unfortunately one of the
Fast left,
countries
long, tighten.
only has 3 custom circuits.
Medium right, long,
Sorry
open.
Indonesia.
Medium right, long, open.
Now then, how do I do this corner? Quite well.
Fast right, long, open, over crest.
That was quite a good lap time.
Fast left, very long, tighten.
To go to the final lap, clicking the inside line for the
Fast
first
right,
left-hander
long,
turn 1,
open,
it's turn 2.
over crest. Fast left,
quick
long,
right-hander.
tighten. Max right, long.
Turn 3. 4
Fast
and
right,
5
long.
comes up very quickly on it, and that did not go well.
Medium right, very long. Open.
Number of little kinks before a long medium right.
Fast right,
Nearly got
very
up to a
long.
minute at that
Open.
point.
Max left, long.
Down to this very
Medium left,
difficult
long,
blind
tighten.
left-hander.
Over crest.
And I
Fast
crunched
right, very
the
long.
embankment.
Open. Over crest. Fast
Otherwise a
right,
fairly
long.
solid lap so far.
Medium left,
Braking
very
into this
long.
right.
Tighten. Over crest.
Getting a bit unsettled at the bump on the apex.
Checkpoint.
1 minute 3 seconds
Medium
on the
right,
timer.
long. Open. Over crest.
Will do well
Fast
to cock
left,
it up.
long. Tighten. Medium right, long. Open.
Drop down a gear into the third to
Medium
last
right, long.
corner.
Open.
And to the penultimate corner.
Fast right, long. Open.
And
Over
so
crest.
quickly he nearly hits the telegraph pole. And
Congratulations.
that's
You finished
easy
first.
mode done. That went quite well. Slap 2 was the quicker one, 1 minute 25. Caption. And that's the arcade mode done. So here we go. What is the arcade time that I've done? Not that it really matters too much. But I think Subaru came second, Peugeot came third, and Skoda came fourth. Jumping on the podium with joy. There we go. 13 minutes and 6 seconds. And 10 hundredths of a second. So that's the easy mode of the V-Rally 2 Arcade Challenge done. So far, well on its way. Next episode will be the medium mode. Stay tuned, see you soon.